Hello everyone, welcome to the Haunted House. My name's Ghost and welcome back to another episode of History with a Ghost. Imagine it's June 1944, you're in your home in London just enjoying a nice cup of tea before you hear something. A buzzing sound like a bee that just gets louder and louder until boom. Silence. Darkness. Today we're talking about the V-1 flying bomb, or the FI-103, the first ever cruise missile. The concept of the V-1 first appeared in 1935, but production didn't start until 1944. Production would end a year later. On June 13th, 1944, it was first launched, 1 week after D-Day. More than 20,000 of them were launched at Britain, France, and Belgium. They were used to disrupt Allied supply lines and as a terror weapon against civilian populations. It was not a precision weapon like most cruise missiles today, but for the time, its guidance system was pretty advanced. It had an autonomous, preset inertial guidance system comprised of a metal magnetic compass encased within a wooden spear to protect it from interference from the rest of the metal body of the missile. The compass monitored the direction of the missile. The compass worked in conjunction with 3 gyros, 1 that controlled pitch and roll, and 2 that controlled yaw. It also had a vane anemometer at the front of the missile, which, after a preset amount of rotations, would trigger the dive sequence where it would force the missile to nosedive into its target. As I said, the system was pretty advanced for the time, but the missile still would miss targets regularly by a couple miles. The engine of the cruise missile was a Argus AES-014 pulse jet engine, which produced 660 pounds of thrust. How the engine worked was it had a front flap valve that emitted air that air would mix with fuel and ignite, forcing the valve shut and forcing gases out the rear, propelling it forward. This engine produced a unique sound to where the missile would catch the nickname Buzz Bomb or the Doodle Bug. The missile had a max speed of 400 miles per hour. To launch the missile, it was put onto a 50-meter inclined ramp that had a Walter steam-powered engine that would launch the missile at 200 miles per hour. This system could launch a missile every hour. The V-1 could also be launched by a Heinkel HE-111. 30,000 of them were built, and about 40,000 people lost their life to it. The length of the bomb was 27 feet, and it had a wingspan of 17 feet. It had a max range of 250 miles and carried a 850 kilogram or 1,870 pound warhead. You can see some surviving V1s at museums all across America and Britain. But yeah, that's about everything about the V1. Very cool piece of equipment. It sucks that it was used by such evil, but yeah. If you like this video, please give it a like and a follow, and I'll see you next time. Bye.